Yeah, we good?
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's
Yeah.
the 14th,
Yeah, you can say that.
Thursday.
You can say Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, to you.
Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, so it's Valentine's Day, and it's the day where couples get together and have fun or something, and where single people just have to announce to the world how much Valentine's Day sucks because of how single they are.
I've just never understood like such the
The
anger
negativity,
towards
I never did either. I see
Valentine's
it all over
Day.
Instagram talking about how much it sucks being single, and I don't really get it. If you're single, man, just be chill.
Embrace it.
Embrace it, yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's different between being single and being in a relationship is you just argue more with one person, with one specific person.
So really, it's better if you're single.
Because you get to argue with everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
But in this current relationship, I have not really argued, so
Wow.
it's not like that.
Yeah, just jerk yourself off on Valentine's Day. Why don't you?
Well, I also don't want Bella to like listen and be like,
Yeah,
people think that we hate each other.
yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, that's why you save all of
fine.
your shit talking towards the end of the podcast when she tunes out, and that's when you start talking shit about Bella.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fair.
So, for now, we're good.
I went to CVS today, and the line was so long because
For flowers
and shit, and like little cards.
That's cool. After this, I'm just going to Bagel Street Deli with Bella and just eating some bagel.
That's cute.
That's about it.
That's a good time.
Yeah, that's it. That's that's college relationship level shit when
That is.
you're both content with where you are and content that you don't have money to spend.
Isn't that nice that you don't have to, worry about buying, expensive gifts for a girlfriend?
I mean, yes and no, because like even if she wanted, I'd be like, come on. The fuck do I look like? The fuck do I look like to you?
Like, come on, man. I'm wearing a vest and a flannel.
Which is like it's like the most high school shit ever to just be like, oh well, if I had the money, I'd get it for you, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could get it for you, but what if we just went on a date instead? But that's what's great about Bella and I, is because we have an understanding that just get gifts any other time of the year when you have money. That doesn't really fucking matter.
Exactly. Yeah, why does getting gift giving have to be only on like a specific day? Get her a gift when you feel like it,
Yeah, plus Bella is overkill when it comes to
Gifts.
this season, because you got Christmas on December 25th, you have her birthday,
Mm-hmm.
January 21st, and then you have February 14th, Valentine's Day. So
That's
just
fucked up.
3 gifts
That's
expected
fucked
of
up.
me.
I would have just picked one. Been like, all right, babe, close your eyes. We're going to spin like the wheel. Whichever one it lands on, that's what you're getting gifts for.
That's what you're getting.
Yeah, no, I think that's cool. It's a good idea.
But yeah, also, where's Valentine's Day? Because we got Galentine's Day, and I mean, I'm all for equality, so Valentine's Day.
Is that like for like bros or something?
Yeah.
Good shit,
Because fucking February 13th is officially Galentine's Day, and that's
man.
kind of
Man,
weird.
I want a Valentine's Day.
That's what I'm saying. And
I want to
Yeah.
give my bros the best gifts possible, man.
I want to give them gifts. I want to give them cuddles.
Little cuddles, yeah, some
I
bro
want
cuddles,
to give them some
Some
game
lovin'.
time.
some loving.
Yeah, some hanging out in a bro's room.
Yeah, chilling, playing Xbox,
Yeah, there we go. Sounds like the fucking shit
Yeah, instead of a box of chocolates, it's an Xbox
of video
of
games.
video games.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. Well, today is Valentine's Day.
Nah, it's got to be either the same day as Galentine's Day or it's got to be the day after.
I think the day after. Valentine's Day will be before. Valentine's Day will be after. It's like ladies first, we'll be a gentleman.
somebody's gonna call that sexist.
Dude, if someone calls that sexist, then I don't even know at that point. Like, I'm sorry, okay? That's just a phrase.
I mean, there's like literally Twitter accounts that are called @everydaysexist, and they just literally find something sexist to bitch about every day. Which, yes, sexism does exist, but for fuck's sake,
Look, man.
365 days a year, you don't have to point something out.
Yeah, nah, I agree. I mean, especially here in OU, like, I think I'm not talking about this goddamn shit again, okay? I'm not going political.
Yeah,
Bella,
we are.
Bella made a comment that I noticed. She said that we're always like, that was the first like happy podcast in a while. I was like, what do you mean, Bella? We're usually happy.
What happy podcast?
Last podcast was named like the good podcast or something.
Oh, yeah, with her? Yeah, there's just not a lot of good stuff going on, okay?
I just feel
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
I want to be happy for the audience.
Well, I want to be happy too, but motherfucker, let me talk.
So, one thing I like about Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
that single people, you got to look at this too. There's a lot of single guys and there's a lot of single girls out there. Everyone's looking for love on this day.
Where is this going?
So I think if anybody out there, Valentine's Day is the perfect night to go out to maybe a club or a bar. Not saying I do that because I'm only 19, but I think it's a good idea because I bet there's going to be a lot of single ladies out tonight. Maybe even looking for love.
Okay.
So shout out CI or Crystal. In fact, we're sponsored by Red Brick. No, I'm just kidding. But all the freshmen, you can go to Red Brick tonight.
It is Thirsty Thursday as well, so
Find some love on the dance floor.
Y'all can get a little tipsy, have a little fun. I will not be doing that.
Why not, bro?
Why not?
Yeah.
Because I have a girlfriend. I don't need to.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to go to Red Brick or something tonight, but I guess not.
No.
This is the part, Bella, where you turn off the podcast. Listen, I just want to say that my favorite video game right now is Sid Meier's Civ 6.
Oh, my God.
I just want to talk about this.
I mean, feel free to. I just have nothing to add to it.
Okay, I'm just going to say this, and I'll ask you what your favorite video game is. But
I don't have one right now.
Okay, it's definitely Red Dead 2.
No, I finished it, though. God damn it. And fucking online isn't patched up enough to get on. So I'm fucked. Great, now you got me talking about this shit. Fucking, what's the other game that just came out by EA that, like, everyone's playing right now?
Apex Legends.
Yeah, I fucking downloaded that. That shit sucks.
Really? It sucks?
I don't know. I played 3 matches, and I just, like, didn't really have fun because it's everything I hate about Black Ops 4.
I thought you liked Fortnite.
Yeah, I haven't played Fortnite since before winter break, though. When Season 7 started, I haven't played it at all.
What happened? I thought you were all into it.
I was, but then I'm not now.
Okay, you grew out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fair.
I only ever put $10 into it, which, no, that's not bad. Like, the max I would give myself for a game like that is $30.
You got so much enjoyment out of that game that I think that's fine. Because sometimes you pay $60 for a game, and then, honestly, I've paid $60 for a game, and I haven't even touched it. So, the fact that you spend so much time in a free game, yeah, you can spend however much you want on it. Mm-hmm. How much you feel you get some value out of. But yeah, Civ 6, I'm gonna be playing the hell out of the game. One of the most, there's a name for it. It's addicting. It's an addicting game. Mm-hmm. Addictinggames.com.
Oh, shut up.
Did you ever go to addictinggames.com?
Dude, hell yeah. I fucking played the shit out of Flash games.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Flash games went off, bro.
I love that shit,
Everything
man.
from cool math games to addicting games to fucking mini clip. Everything, bro.
There used to be some dope ass, like, sniper games that I would play, and they'd have a cool story too. Like,
yeah, right. I was in those, bro. All those Stickman games.
Yes,
those
the
are my
Stickman
shit.
sniper games.
I really shouldn't have been that into fucking Stick
I was
Band
so
Sniper
into
1
them.
through like 7.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes.
played all of them
Dude,
on
they were
addicting
it's
games.
such a good story behind those, man.
I mean, it's not good. It's just entertaining.
It was good for like an 8-year-old, like a first grader in class who was like bored.
Yeah.
I would just pop that on, and I thought it was just like one of those, sniper games, like. But then all of a sudden, the guy like was like, "I gotta find my dad."
Yeah, it was.
He's the
There was
boss.
always like wives getting
Yes,
kidnapped.
yes, and they would get like the shit kicked out of them. And you're like, "Oh my god!"
You're like, whoa, women being beaten. What the
what
fuck
the
is this
fuck?
shit?
There's like blood and shit. Oh my god.
And then there was like censored cursing, so it was like
yeah,
edgy.
yeah.
It was like what the fuck, and then it was like
Yeah.
hashtag
Yeah.
$sign.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute.
That's a bad word. I know that's a bad word.
And I would just fry my grandpa's PC whenever we would go to his house because I'd have porn open in one tab, and then because I didn't know what to do, so I was just like,
You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna like drag that
naked
up.
girls, and then that was open in one tab, and then fucking addicting games was open in the other, and I just fucking. There's something about being like 10 or 11 and just not knowing what to do when there's naked women in front of you.
Yeah.
You just kind of like the worst voyeur ever. You're just sitting there. You're like, and then that's it. Because you can't do anything until you figure out what
What the
jerkin.
birds and the bees are.
I don't remember the first. Well, actually, yeah, no, I don't remember the. This is what we wanted to talk about really for Valentine's Day. One, I don't remember the first time I jerked off. Two, I don't remember fucking why. Three, I don't remember how I learned what exactly it was.
That's impressive. Because you were probably pretty young then.
Probably like 12 or 13.
I think I was a freshman in high school.
Jesus, man.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's the thing is like,
Nobody tells you.
yeah.
And you don't really watch shows or anything. Not a lot of people talk about masturbation.
Well, they say shit, but it just doesn't make sense
yeah,
to you.
because you're a kid. It goes right over your head.
It's like masturbation. You're like, oh, haha.
Huh. They're like, hey, I'm going to go just like pull off a quickie. And like, what the fuck does that mean?
They're like, oh,
Is that a sex thing?
he's gonna go pound a cigarette out.
Oh,
real
okay.
quick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Dad's doing that right now. Actually, fuck. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dad, Dad,
Dad, you pounding out a quickie?
You pounding out a quickie.
Fucking Smosh got me in so much trouble
Really?
as a 10 or 11-year-old. They brought up the word virgin or virginity or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like calling each other a virgin. So I was like, Katie, you're a virgin, and I was like, Katie's my sister. So I like didn't know what it meant, and she was like, shut up. And I was like, Katie, you're a virgin though, and I was like fucking 12, so she was like a freshman in high school. So like, hopefully, but.
Yeah, nowadays it's like opposite. Nowadays you got to call people sluts.
Yeah, and then my dad was like, what the fuck are you saying? Where did you learn that? And I don't know. Yeah, YouTube was not well regarded in my house.
I remember when I first found YouTube, and it was an amazing place of just absolute anarchy.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. I remember Shane Dawson in blackface.
Yeah.
I remember fucking the crazy frog with his little
The crazy frog.
wank out.
Annoying orange.
Dude, proudest moment of my life. I was a fucking genius. So my very first laptop I ever had like this little personalized Google feature back when like Google was like the king of personalization, and like Google Plus and like shit like that was gonna be like the next stage. Fucking there was this personalized page that you can make every time you open up Internet Explorer / Google. And I found this was like my peak time of being like, ooh, I love the annoying orange. This was before he got his TV show and his fucking mobile game that, yes, I paid for the mobile game, bitch. I flung the shit out of those fruits into that goddamn blender, okay? That shit was awful. But anyways, there was this add-on that I searched so long for. and it updated every week when there was a new annoying orange video, and it was fucking right in the center of my personalized page. As soon as I would open, every Friday, as soon as I got home from school, fucking go upstairs, pull out the laptop,
orange.
Watch the fucking annoying orange of the week, bitch.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good fucking idea. I wish I would have done that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't that tech savvy.
I wasn't either. Some other fucker did it, and I was like, hell yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I was like into it. It was like the one thing that I like looked forward to, because like Smosh was pretty hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly.
At that time, and like I wasn't into him enough.
That was a good time period. It was before like gaming got too big. It was just like what do we use this platform for?
Right? It was like real sketches and entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
And like people tried.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, some people fucked up like Shane, but you know,
everybody fucks up once in a while.
That's the thing, is like, now that I have a sticky situation on my YouTube, I can just like have a Shane situation on my...
Exactly.
It's okay.
That's okay. Everyone deserves, I mean, if it's not too bad, everyone, I feel like blackface, that's kind of bad.
No, it's definitely bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But at the same time, I think that, if Shane understands that it was bad, there's no reason to ostracize him forever.
No, like he hasn't been. It's just kind of like a joke that like people make.
Yeah.
And, like I make to myself, because I'm like, I remember those days.
Yeah, exactly.
And like he's explained it, I guess, as best as anyone could. Like and of course, there's always going to be I think we're defending blackface.
I'm not defending.
I'm not going to defend it. I'm going to defend it how he defended it.
Okay.
It's more so playing characters. And, like, he didn't make his lips red or, like, put something red on his nose.
Yeah.
And, like, do accentuation of other features that most typical blackface does.
Yeah.
It was more or less he didn't have enough... he didn't have actors. So he just recorded himself as all these other characters and just edited it together as best as someone could.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. It's how you execute it. There's a way to do it that I think is way less racist than how it was done before.
Yeah, like he never meant for it to be offensive, and yeah, it's kind of offensive, but at the same time,
that's
the
thing. I think intent. I think that's the main thing. I think that's like a good summary for a lot of my issues when it comes to offensive stuff. I think you have to look at the intent of what people said.
Yeah, like Shane was more or less just about like offending kids by like using bad language or like stuff like that. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, Shane's intent, I'm assuming, was not to be racist when he did those skits. Our intent with Sticky Situation was not to make fun of or bring light to serious situations
like that.
That's
why it's played to such extremes. It's why a fucking piece of gum sticks you to a park bench. That's why your insane boyfriend finally catches up to you.
Exactly.
It's why you get diagnosed with AIDS.
Yeah.
Just because fucking you're having a shit day.
You're having a shitty day. That's literally all we were going for. We weren't trying to say that, AIDS is funny. It's the situation she was in that made the fact that she all of a sudden had such a shitty day, she then was dying of a disease. That it could have been any fucking disease. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where it comes from. Like, us making Jason. Like, it was not our intent to make the woman, the emasculated one or whatever, It wasn't our intent for all that. And I think that's the number one thing. That's where I feel when it comes to all that stuff is, what was the person's intent? Were they intending to be offensive? Or were they just intending to not? Or were they intending for something else? And again, someone could lie easily and be like, oh, I wasn't intending that, when it could obviously be offensive. But that's why there should be...
But how good do you sell the lie?
Yeah, exactly. How good of a lie are you? But it should be more of a conversation then. It should be more of a, like, hey, how did this offend you, and what can I do to improve my way of not doing that?
We're fucking back to it.
Well, I think that's a good summary. I think that's a good, like, final thing that I want to say. I think that's... Now I know how I'm gonna finish the screenplay. I think I got my answer, because that's the one answer is like how it's like the Eric Andre thing, all that stuff that was like making me kind of run in circles is like, are you able to make offensive jokes nowadays? And I think you can. It just has to be.
Well, duh, you can make anything at any time.
Absolutely, you can make anything at any time, but it's like without getting backlash, or heavy enough backlash where you can't host an Oscar. And I think you can. It just has to be under good intent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it should be more of like a laughing with instead of laughing at.
Yeah, and that's the thing is people just want to be like, oh, well, they made fun of me. It's like, no, they're trying to make fun with you.
Exactly.
But you're not seeing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Are we making fun with you, or are you just making fun of them? And I think that's like it's the same thing of like with buddies. Like, are you saying that with your buddies you never make fun of them?
Mm-hmm.
Because then, what the fuck do you guys do? You guys not play around with each other? Can you just not take a joke?
Like, yeah, I'll play around with my buddies.
Yeah, I play around with my buddies all the time. We play around in the showers. So, I feel good. I feel better now.
Yeah.
It's my fucking therapy session, okay? You're my therapist.
Well, this podcast is our therapy. What time are we at right now?
Right now we're around 43. I wouldn't mind going over a little bit, though. We can go to, like, an hour, because I'm probably going to cut some of my rambling.
All right, we could talk about great documentary I watched earlier. Fire. Greatest party that didn't happen. Fucking insane. I loved it. It was probably the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
It was really well shot.
It was well shot. Story was well told. I had to take like 7 or 8 breaks because I kept getting stressed out because I was like, I know this has happened already and it can't get worse, and then it somehow does.
Yeah.
And the footage truly does it justice.
Oh, yeah.
When they get to the festival, oh my God, I had chills for 15 minutes. I had goosebumps for 15 minutes while it was just hell. And I was like, this is not real.
It's insane.
How did it happen in the 2010s? How did it happen?
I know. It's insane that such a disaster happened when you have so much. Like, they could have had everything under control.
That's the thing, is like the red flags are all there.
Yeah.
And fucking Billy's just like, no.
Like, no, we got to keep going. We have to make the deadline.
And I just, like, I feel bad, kind of, for everyone under Billy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad for Billy because the more that's pulled back, I don't want to ruin it entirely. You just find out he's kind of a slime ball.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking dick, kind of. But, like, at the same time, he's just a kid.
Yeah.
He's under 30 years old.
Exactly. He's one of those entrepreneurs that are trying to make things work. And he's just pulling strings to make things work, but he just could not pull the right strings at the right time. But you're right, there were red flags everywhere, and I think that's the problem with Billy, is that he was too much like, go ahead, we have to keep going ahead, but this cannot fail. If he would have just postponed the Fire Festival.
That's the thing that like made me really irritated while watching, is I'm like, postpone it. Just put it off.
Yeah.
Put it the fuck off. Get some real shit. And also, why did you shoot yourself in the foot by doing what they told you not to do and saying that was Pablo Escobar's island? You could have had the right island.
You could have.
You could have fucking had Heyman's Cay or whatever it was called.
But he had to say it was Pablo Escobar's and lose the rights. And I'm like...
And so then you got fucking booted from the island like a dumbass.
Yeah. So exactly, it was just a shit marketing, and
it was not shit marketing. It was great marketing.
It was great marketing.
It was too good of marketing. It was
too good because they got fucked over in the end by it.
I just wonder in what world would it have worked. What world would they have been able to give free housing to influencers? Blink-182 wouldn't have canceled. The entire fucking band of artists came. Fucking what world would this shit have actually happened, where they were able to get these people with these $50,000 like minimum packages, these villas, and fucking these people that were staying there for free? How would they get that on the same level as the very highest paying people that paid $250,000, $250,000 for a fucking weekend?
Yeah.
What world would this have worked in that like... I'm like at a loss for words because how?
Yeah.
Where would it have worked? How would it have worked?
I honestly, that's a good question, and I was wondering why Billy wasn't asking those questions, because he was too busy soaking in the money that I just don't think he was thinking about that. I think he just kept Because there were, I think honestly, I'd say it would be possible. I think it would be possible,
It'd
but
be possible if you were like connected to fucking something.
Exactly.
Putting it on an island is
Yeah.
the worst idea.
Yeah.
The worst idea. And then the worst thing happens where exactly what I figured was going to happen. I didn't know shit about it before watching. And I was like, I swear to God, they're going to oversell tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, they're not going to have enough housing because they're going to fucking sell all the shit,
Yeah.
set a deadline, and they're not going to make it.
Exactly. Well, because the Fire Festival reminds me of a sinking ship, and then in order to fix the holes, they grab like they make a hole in the wood of another part of the boat to fill up that hole.
Mm-hmm.
But it like because they didn't do a good job gluing that hole in, now you have two holes because that's what they had. They oversold the tickets. So then the guy was like, "All right, let's just offer up more expensive tickets on a boat." Or like, let's offer more expensive tickets here so they can get like houses and we can do like a Airbnb thing. And I'm like, that's not how you fix the problem, Billy. That's just giving yourself more future problems because then all of a sudden the Airbnb guys were like, no, I'm not
We're
doing
not
this.
giving up our
We're not giving up
houses."
our house for the weekend. And then Billy was like, the fuck, you know? Yeah, none of it was planned out properly.
It's just, oh.
And it wasn't financed properly. Like you only have Ja Rule and like a bunch of investors, but you need more connections than that if you want to make something like this work. This is supposed to be the biggest party of all time.
And the craziest thing is, like, at one point, the gay dude, Andy, he makes what could be a really, really impactful comparison had Fire not failed so fucking amazingly. Had it not failed so greatly at its core concept of fucking putting on what they promised and providing the bare fucking minimum when he compares it to Woodstock. Woodstock was cool because it fucking, it went off. And it didn't go off without some hitches being shit, but it went off.
Yeah.
And like it's well remembered. Because why would you want to remember shit stuff like the fucking, like he says, like the turnpike being clogged up or there being no food or water and stuff like that and the shit mudslide conditions and all that. These people weren't stuck on an island. These people weren't forced to kind of be stuck there continuously. And it actually happened. The festival actually happened. There was a beginning, there was a middle, and there was an end. Seemingly with Fire Festival, there was no end in sight because these fuckers booked flights there without even having a round trip planned. You can't lock people in an airport with no food or water overnight. That is bad. That's wrong. That is you can't do that. I don't care if you're the Bahamians, but actually,
I was gonna say at the same
I feel
time,
bad for the Bahamians, but seriously,
I thought it was kind of funny that all these rich people were like now like stuck in this horrible situation of living in these horrible conditions. I thought it was a little ironic.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But the workers and the people
Yeah.
surrounding it, God, I've never felt
I felt bad for those guys.
worse like watching a documentary.
Because like they were getting like yelled at and shit on, and they're like they had no control over that. Like they were trying their hardest to make this thing work when they know that it's not going to happen.
Like even the dude from the Bahamas was like, do I fucking lie to him and tell him we can do this?
Yeah.
Or do I tell him the truth? And so he lies to him. He fucking lies to him, full knowledge that it's not going to work. And and they still go for it.
Exactly. Like they were like, "Yeah, can you build up like this many houses in like a day?" The guy was like, "No, I mean we can try." You know, it just I don't know. It just seemed like I mean I'd definitely go. I'd go to the next Fire Festival.
I'd go if there had been like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean I would go if there was a cheap ticket. You just like buy your own plane ticket or something and just like make your way there. I would have went to this year's if I would have known. It would have been that dope.
I cannot believe it happened. I just can't. Like, if all I can do is laugh, just like
It's
they
funny.
did when it started fucking pouring rain.
Yeah, and then it started raining. Like it was just I think
night before.
I was having a great time watching like everything implode. It was just like
I
what?
wasn't. I was just so annoyed. I was like, of course, fucking course.
Because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then finally you get to, after all of the PR and the marketing and everything, it's finally like day 0. Fire Festival begins. And you're like, you're getting the popcorn out. You're like, this shit is gonna blow. And then all of a sudden you cut to like the people stuck on the airplane. They're like, yeah, apparently we have to get on a different airplane or something to like get into the Fire Festival, which is kind of weird. But and all of a sudden it cuts to them, and everyone just like, yeah. So we just shuffled everybody into this room that looked really nice. This nice little pavilion. Like hotel looking area, and everyone's like, wow, this is really nice. We got some margaritas, and as the fucking Fire Festival's not even like finished yet, and like all these rich people.
So it's stranger than fiction. I could not believe this shit. Like that's literally what I will continue to say, because I just cannot believe it happened. How did it happen? They got fucking 1,000+ people to this goddamn island. They're all drinking, having a good time on the beach, and literally not even like 100 miles away, the fucking thing that they're drinking to forget about and having alcohol shoved in their face to forget about,
it was completely
is not even done.
That entire time.
It's not even done. How did it happen? I don't know. Oh my God. Like, I don't get it. It's so crazy. Everyone needs to watch this goddamn documentary. It is, oh my God. I did not, 25 minutes in, I was like, how is there another hour 10 in this shit?
Yeah.
And then there's another hour 10 in that shit. And oh my fuck, it's good.
It's good.
It gets great.
I love like the results, like all of the backlash and oh my God, it was good. It was a good time. So I'm curious, you got a blank check to make the next Fire Festival. You got to bring it up from the ashes. You got to fix the brand. How do you do it? What do you do to top this and deliver a promising package?
Change the name.
Okay.
Change the name of the festival. Change the brand, definitely. Keep the same investors. They're fucking dumb and they'll pay for anything, clearly.
Yeah.
Have more money. Have more money and actually have it when it's needed. Don't send people blank wires.
Do you still do it on an island?
Fuck no. I don't know where I'd do it, but not on a fucking island. Hell no. So that is a terrible idea.
So what do you do to really amp up the luxury of it? How do you sell it? Because that was what Fire was supposed to be, a complete upper class festival.
Fuck. I don't know. Why isn't there like a Midwest one and like fucking by the Great Lakes and shit?
I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like,
if you have one where it's pretty much the same thing, there's not blue ass water like there is fucking in the Bahamas, but also we'll actually be able to cater you guys real stuff and have electricity and plumbing, and the acts will actually perform. So I think anything would be fucking better than that.
So your plan is to put up something by the Great Lakes.
Yep.
And would you still do the housing?
Yeah, I'd do the housing. I would even do the fucking housing on the water. Ooh. Just like them too. If they want to pay more, be a dumbass, get possibly seasick on the lake, go for it. A nice little
cruise ship house. Apartment thing. That'd be
fucking
cute.
Fucking go for it.
What are the acts? I noticed they got like Blink-182. Not a lot of good modern acts.
No, the only ones that I really noticed on there was like Migos.
Yeah.
And Major Lazer. I don't fucking take the same acts that they had. I mean, it sold enough tickets.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just more of like just the atmosphere. I don't think people were going to see Blink-182. Maybe Migos, but I think it's more of just that festival, like, here we go, I'm rich.
But that's the thing, is like if you put that same set list and the same thing anywhere else, you should be able to sell it. Fucking Lollapalooza sells out, Coachella sells out, Bonnaroo sells out, Burning Man sells out.
Yeah.
All these music festivals sell out.
Yeah.
why make it harder on yourself? It's not. It doesn't even matter if it doesn't sell out the first year
That's
or
what
even
I'm
the
saying.
second year.
That's what I think, is that they aim too high.
And it's better that you don't sell out.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why you. Okay. I just don't know why you would aim too high.
Yeah, well, it's the first year. I think they would have been way better off just waiting a year, maybe in a few years. Like, here's the Fire Festival. We're going to do, like, a nice little middle of what we're trying to go for, like a little startup sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So not just going all in. I think would have been way better.
Well, going all in for what they had would have been fine had they actually had it.
Had they had it, exactly. But they didn't. And that's what ended up fucking everything over. Because they try to fill in holes with sponges. And
yeah, like I don't know where I'd do it if not at probably like by the Great Lakes.
Come see this beautiful blue water on Lake Erie. Right by the cesspool.
I mean, you could do one like Kanye's Yay listening party out in Wyoming.
That was tight, dude. Man, I wish we would have went to that.
I would have killed to go to that. That would have been absolutely fucking sweet. That would have been the coolest thing ever.
That would have been so cool.
But you could do something like that. You could put something out in the Carolinas. You could put something out in Georgia. There's so many options. Mm-hmm. And if you want to sell it since fucking Pablo Escobar's island, fucking go to Florida then, okay? Be like, oh, he channeled drugs through here too.
Coming to Miami. Fire Festival too.
Sell it like that, I guess, if that's what your fucking main appeal is.
In Pablo Escobar's warehouse and factory, we have the best festival.
Hard-ass drug-dealing rappers fucking Sheck West.
And who's the guy that just got...
Migos.
There's that one guy who got arrested recently, YNS, something like
Dude,
that. Dude,
YNM or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He actually made a song with Kanye, Mixed Personalities. Yep. I actually love that song.
Yeah.
And I saw today in marketing that he got arrested for killing one of his dudes.
Yep.
And I was like, what?
Yeah. Do you like the theory now about how Kanye is like a bad luck thing? Where because he was on X's album as the only feature. X died. He did that feature with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine goes to jail. He at YNM. And then there's like another thing.
I think Kanye is just, and don't take this the wrong way, I think he's a bit of a clout chaser right now. Mm-hmm. But he's also smart for doing that.
Yeah, he's trying to stay hip with the kids.
Yeah, and it's a little cringe, but whatever. I liked his auto-tune shit on Mixed Personalities. It was some good Kanye flow.
You know, it's a good Kanye album would be like him, like trying to do the singing, but just completely doing auto-tune.
What? We have that.
I know.
We have that already.
Well, I want to talk about maybe like one more thing, because I think you'll appreciate this. I'm watching a new show on Netflix. It's called Master of None.
Motherfucker, I love this show.
Hell yeah.
I love this show, bro.
So I saw the first episode. I think I saw the first 3 episodes so far. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to feel about it, because it looked kind of interesting, because it was directed phenomenally. Whoever does the cinematography for that show.
Yeah, it's definitely the best shot show on Netflix.
For sure.
Next to Daredevil.
For sure. But I wasn't sure how I felt about the writing at first.
The writing's a little weird, but I swear to God, it's some of the best Netflix writing in Season 2.
Really?
Season 2 is one of my favorite seasons of television.
Awesome.
Because it has one of the most perfect love stories I've ever seen.
Which episode for all the lovebirds out there trying to watch something on Netflix?
Season 2, the entire thing.
The entire thing is a love story?
I would say episode 1, 9, and 10.
Okay.
And then there's probably another one.
I just love, because it reminds me almost of Louis, I think.
Yeah. Louis C.K.'s like weird abstract version of a self show.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except better.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of Louis. Couldn't really get into it. In some ways, Louis kind of set the precedent for Atlanta, I think, with kind of this weird surrealist. You're not really sure, like, if this is real, if it's not real.
Yeah.
I guess Louis and Master of None is like, they're like a mixture of what Atlanta could be if it stays funny.
Mm-hmm.
But Atlanta better not stay funny because
I don't think it will. I think it's slowly just going.
Well, in every interview, Donald Glover talks about how it's just Trojan horsing FX, and I'm 100% fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep doing your thing, make it weird, make it surreal,
Yeah.
but have some of that comedy in there because season 2 could have used it a little bit.
Oh,
more,
I agree. Season 2 was dark. I kind of forgot it was like supposed to be a comedy at first. Like I was like, wait, wasn't the show funny?
And Master of None season 2 kind of takes that approach in one of the saddest episodes, episode 9 of season 2.
Oh no.
But it's well earned, and I think that the character of Dev, played by Aziz Ansari, is really well written. And yeah, it's if you think about it, it's just a sitcom, and so is Atlanta. Like, yeah, it's real, and it's more real than most other things on TV right now. But at the end of the day, things are going to work out for them. That's the one thing that bothers me a little bit about Atlanta and a little bit about Master of None, especially in season 2 of Master of None.
Is that things work out too well?
Things work out really well, but also things don't work out really well.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what I enjoyed about Atlanta was that I don't know. It seemed like for me, Donald Glover's character Earn, like it was the opposite. Like nothing worked out for him until the last episode.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like once you're done seeing him just like take beatings and beatings and beatings, it's good to see him get a win.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that win was earned because oh shit!
Haha.
Wow.
Is
that what it's supposed to be?
Intentional.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, shit. Well, I thought that it was earned because the entire time, you have the scene, the episode where he's at the college campus in the frat with one of my favorite shots with all the naked people.
I, 1, love that shot. 2, oh my god, that episode. Fuck, dude. Season 2 has some stressful moments. Paperboy and his barber. Paperboy getting the shit kicked out of him. But when shit goes south at the college campus.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, dude, I got choked up the next morning, like when they go and they find all their stuff.
Oh,
and you just see Earn break down.
Yeah.
He's like,
up.
"Oh, you better open that fucking door, bitch.
Yeah.
I need that laptop." Oh, I felt that. I'm getting chills talking about it right now. That is some of the finest acting I've seen from Donald Glover.
Just insane. The entire season. Because even when he played Teddy or whatever, I thought that was phenomenal. But that's the thing is that Paperboy was kind of telling him that like entire season basically is like you gotta do stuff. You gotta. It's not do stuff. It's more you can't sit there and expect things to just like. It's not like fall in your lap, but you got to do something, especially being like an African American living in Atlanta. It's already hard for you. So you gotta actually like go out and you gotta make moves, and that's why Earn I think got his first win was in the first episode when he went out. He made that move with the CD, putting it into the DJ thing, and getting Paperboy's first big hit.
And like that's the thing that season 2 is really about is that he hasn't done anything since then.
Yeah,
and that's why it sucks when you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is Paperboy doing? And he's kind of going behind Earn's back. And you see in conversations that Paperboy has with Darius or with his girlfriend at the time and all that, you're like, he's going to leave Earn.
That's exactly.
He's going to leave him if Earn doesn't start getting his shit together.
Exactly.
And then, of course, stuff goes sideways with Van and Earn's kind of just left up and out. So he's at this point where at the episode, the very end, he's like, what the fuck? And you already know he had that Chekhov's gun planted from the first fucking episode. Brilliant Chekhov's gun. Literally a gun.
Literally.
But, the way for that to come back in the airport.
And then do you remember what the
right
uncle said before
security.
he gave you
No, what did he say?
He said, "You're gonna need this in the music industry."
Sick. All right, Donald. I mean, I already respected the shit out of you, but goddamn, bro.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think when you have, because he lost Van because he couldn't beat her in this game, and then he in the flashback episode where it was them as boys, and then Paperboy had to come in and do the jacket switch sort of thing, and then Earn finally did the jacket switch for himself, where instead of needing Paperboy to come in and clean up his mess again, Earn finally cleaned up his own mess.
He was like, I'm going to do this.
And
so he tries to get Clark County, and then figure out Clark County's a bit of a fucking snake.
Yeah.
And he puts the gun in his manager's bag. Hopefully none of y'all are watching Atlanta season 2 because it's just ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Great season of TV. Great season.
And that's how it's a good way of ending it, because Earn, I think, earned that win. It wasn't just a win that fell in his lap.
But what sucks is it's not really a win.
Yeah, it's not really.
They're about to go on tour managerless.
Yeah.
And now Earn's gonna have to step up, or they're gonna do a time jump, and it's gonna fucking be after the tour.
After the tour,
which isn't a bad idea. It's just kind of like,
I think
I want to see them on tour.
I think what might happen is probably a time jump, but because Earn switched the gun into the other guy's manager's bag,
he's bought himself some time.
He's not only bought himself some time, but I think that the Yoo-Hoo guy, he's no longer going to headline. I think Paperboy might headline.
I don't think Paperboy's going to headline. I'm pretty sure Clark County will still headline.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility, but I just don't think that Clark County. No, I don't think they would have given Paperboy's character like that big of a win.
Okay.
Because it always comes back to the episode where he plays against Black Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
He's got to play his part.
And
his part is opening for, I guess, like the main act or being the secondary until he, I guess, kind of until I guess that like he comes more into his own. And I think what Donald Glover has done by not showing us Paperboy in the studio, and every time you hear the song Paperboy, it's kind of like a different version, but you never actually see Al rap it.
Yeah.
You never see him doing it. You see like shots of the music video, but it's not even his verse, or maybe it is him.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it's brilliant that they never show him performing or making music, and he's just kind of collecting money off of it because it's like it's this whole other character that like hasn't been introduced properly. The character of Paperboy. Mm-hmm. I mean,
do we ever know his actual name?
Alfred.
That's right, it is Alfred. Okay. Yeah. I keep always just calling him Paperboy. Keep going.
But yeah, I don't think that he's there yet, and maybe if they reveal the character of Paperboy, which is why I think season 3 would be a good time to like reveal Alfred's alter ego, maybe like with him on stage and stuff like that. Like even with the college episode in season 2, they just tell him, "Hey man, sick show. That was really good. That was really great. Blah blah blah." You still don't see it. You kind of just see like everyone eating it up afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what it means all just yet, but
I think that I agree. I noticed that too. I was like, we never actually see him in the studio except for just like sitting there smoking a blunt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I am curious how they are going to tackle that overall, because I feel like I've enjoyed personally that there's been more and more episodes without Glover as the season. Like season 1, it's pretty much all Glover except for like one episode about Paperboy or. What's the girlfriend's name?
Van,
yeah. And then season 2, we not only had like a Darius episode, which is like one of my favorites, but we had a couple Paperboy episodes.
Yeah, you got 2 episodes with Paperboy, you got one with Van, you got one with Darius, and then all those Earn is just, if not at all, he's barely in it.
Yeah, and I think that was important for the storytelling, is in that like some people don't notice Earn.
It feeds further into like the whole Donald Glover is Trojan horsing FX, and he's Trojan horsing normal TV audiences.
Yeah, And I think the scene where big Paperboy, he has to figure out, because he had that episode where he's struggling with his identity as a rapper, whether he wanted to sell out or not sell out. When he was on that date with that Tinder girl and she kept like doing the Instagram stuff, he's like, man, I'm trying to be real.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite episode, just because the scene where he gets jumped by the fans.
Yeah.
That is like, it's so powerful, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucked. Like, you are not safe.
No, you're not. Like, it's insane because those people were fans, and then they did not.
I did not expect it.
No, me neither.
They're just kind of like keeping it real, and then there's like 10 seconds of silence, and then they fucking jump him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. What the fuck? And then, oh shit, then they got that
dope.
See, this is where tripods come in handy. They pull back and you just see him getting beaten up.
Yeah.
Got a little tripod
Got a little dolly right there, yeah.
But I know exactly what you're talking about, the pull out over the woods.
Yes, the pull out shot with the drone. I thought that was phenomenal. I thought it was beautiful.
And I think it just feeds into like this idea that I think Donald Glover wants about Atlanta, is that it's a jungle, really, out there that a lot of people don't realize for African Americans or people leading these lives like Paperboy or Earn, or even the fans that beat up Paperboy just to get a piece to sell or something like that.
Yeah, it shows.
Everyone's just scraping by.
Would you say it's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of?
I hate you. Shut up. I hate the term concrete jungle because it's so cool, but it's so dumb. It's just overused by people who are like, I learned how to take pictures yesterday. We're stuck in this concrete jungle.
We're stuck in a concrete jungle, man.
We got to get out someday, yo.
Listen, man, we got to get out of this system. All right? The man, Big Brother, is going to fuck you up. Have you ever heard the song Maggot Brain?
Yes.
I'm trying to recite the intro to that.
Sure.
Drown in its own shit. I'm trying to do the guitar effects. Did you know that fun fact? Did you know that before the guitarist started playing, he was told to imagine he was playing it at his mom's funeral.
Nice. No, I didn't know that.
It really changes my perspective on the song, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird way to play your mom's funeral. But, I would want a lit-ass funeral for my mom, too.
It was something like, imagine like your mom died or something like that. It might not have been a funeral. Yeah. Like, and with that, I want y'all to have a happy Valentine's Day. If you're single and ready to mingle, hit me up at AJ Rice.
What?
And yeah, go ahead and watch Atlanta and Master of None. Two of them are great shows. I can't really say much of Master of None. I've only seen the first three, but they do a good job of also twisting the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one scene where you think that Aziz has finally found love with the girl he had a one-night stand in the first episode. And then she's like, I have a boyfriend. And yeah, it just goes to show that being in your 30s really sucks.
Hell yeah.
So don't end up in your 30s, everybody. Enjoy youth as long as you can.
I guess so.
Because it's all going to go away one day. And you're never going to get it back.
Yeah, okay. Let's wrap it up.
I'll see you guys next year at Fire Festival 2. And
Peace.
Peace.